Well, I thought the fans were just unbelievable today. We had a great crowd when we came out there to take the field to start the game, and to look up on those stands and not see an empty seat, it was just unbelievable. And I can't say enough about our fans, our student body, the support they give us, and obviously next week will be another showing of our fans, and we're going to really need them. So we're thankful for that. Thought overall we had a chance to play a lot of our young guys today. I think we played 9 true freshmen today. Got some experience. 5 more added to the 4 we've already previously played, and I think we gave up 100 yards in the 4th quarter defensively. Part of that was a contributing factor, I imagine, but it's good to get them that experience. Jamil Shah was good in the game for the first time. Was able to do a couple plays, which was pretty good. We didn't throw the ball a whole lot because the situation didn't warrant it, but I thought when we asked him to do something, he made some pretty nice throws. Questions?
Far right.
Hey, Coach, what was the thought process on Cyrus? Did you talk to him when he had 99 yards and asked if he wanted another play?
Well, that's not something I usually get involved in, and kind of against my better judgment. Unfortunately, we got out of it okay, but we tried to get him that, and he lost about 5 yards on something previously, and we started the game, they were bringing everybody, and it was very hard to run the football, and so we had a couple negative yardage there, and we started throwing a little bit more and taking advantage of what they were doing, and kind of get away from the run game. But it was just, I told him he had one play. If he didn't make it on that play, then that was it. So unfortunately, he got it on that play. Probably not the smartest thing I've ever done, but he's such a good kid, and I knew it was important to him, and I just held my breath and said my prayers so nothing happened.
Any follow-up?
I guess sticking with the storylines theme, Fuller breaking the all-time catches record. How special was that?
Well, what he did and what Cyrus did, and obviously the Cyruses, they're all cumulative. It's not one ball game, and then obviously with Swope, I think broke 100 yards, 100 catches. Excuse me. All 3 of those guys, ironically, were 3 of my earliest recruits that first year when we came here late, and we were able to get those guys in the boat, and they've been great guys to work with, and certainly going to miss them, Cyrus and Jeff, when they leave next year.
Over on the far left.
Coach, can you talk about the impact of sellouts for non-conference? Starting out with 2 sellouts for non-conference, and talk about the impact of that and comparing it to previous years where it wouldn't be a sellout.
Well, it's exciting. Aggies always tell me when I see them, hey, we're relevant again. Well, I kind of chuckle because Aggies are always relevant. They just have to look at the Aggie ring to realize their relevancy. But I think that because we've had some success in football, they're part of that football team, and they've shown great support. And it really helped us along the way. I mean, I can think of games last year where their support was very instrumental in us winning. Oklahoma and Nebraska specifically. But that's the way it should be. We should have sellouts at Texas A&M. It's that type of university. We have almost 500,000 former students, and they have families, and there's a lot of Aggies out there. So we should have a sellout, but it's much appreciated by me and our players. When we go out there, we realize that we're playing for something bigger than ourselves, and when you see the stadium full, you really realize that. And empty seats don't always generate that, but the full stadium does, and we've had some full stadiums here. That's been kind of a neat deal. Hopefully we'll continue.
Far right, then we'll go to the back.
Coach, wonder if you could discuss the defensive effort, especially right off the bat. In the game against Idaho, you could tell from the word go they were into it, fired up, led by Sean Porter.
Yeah, it's hard to pick a defensive hero. I thought they all played real well. I can't think of too many miscues that we had on defense. The penalty, the late penalty, I thought was not a good penalty. But overall, I thought we had a great defensive effort. We're going to need a great one against this group coming to town next week. They can put some points up on the board, so it was good that we have this to build off of. And there's plenty of things on both sides of the ball and special teams that we can get better at. We're a long ways from where we want to be. We're getting closer, but we have a lot of work to do this week, and it was a good win. I thought I'd take my hat off to Coach Akey and his staff. They have a great staff, and I thought they have classy kids, and thought they played really hard, and you know, we had them at home, and you know, we were fortunate to come out with a win. But there's a lot of things we can look at in this ball game that we can get better off.
To the back.
Coach, as far as the special teams go, I know you guys had a couple extra points blocked in that first week. Just to get a couple field goals to go through, and you guys looked like you covered the kicks really well. Were you impressed with or pleased with the way that your special teams played tonight?
I was. You know, we had a little miscue on the field goal we missed. We snapped the ball too quick. We weren't ready for the snap, and you know, our long snapper was getting nervous at the time, so he snapped it. And maybe that was my fault because I was going to go for it, but then I saw it was a long. I thought it was 4th and 2, and ended up being 4th and 3, maybe 3.5. So then I put them out there. So the clock was ticking, so I think he got a little nervous and he snapped it before he should have, and then we didn't get the kick through. We dropped a punt. Our young punter, Kaiser, dropped that punt, but he came back and made up for it with a boomer there at the end. Randy's really been kicking the ball very well. Real proud of the efforts he's putting forth. And I think our coverage units, for the most part, did a good job.
To the right.
Coach, just the way the schedule's been, you feel like you're getting into the meat of the season now?
Yeah, I mean, you know, these games, the last 2 ball games, they scare the heck out of me because they're very dangerous ball games, and sometimes fans and people don't understand that this kid's on that side, they're going to bust their butt and fight to win a ball game. And if you turn the ball over 2 times like we did, you have a chance to lose that game. So those games really scare me. And the games coming up here in conference, obviously the challenges are there. In some ways, they're greater challenges because it's conference, but you know you're going to be ready to play at all times. Our players aren't going to be listening to anybody saying there's a point differential of this going into the ball game, which doesn't really mean a whole heck of a lot. Those kids play hard in Idaho, and they kind of stopped our run game early in that first quarter.